I'm Polly Bath. I speak in schools throughout the country, helping to manage and change difficult classroom behaviors that interrupt instruction. Today, I'm going to answer one of your questions. Any tips on logical consequences? Logical consequences are so good and so effective. They are not allowing kids to misbehave. So first of all, don't send a message that, oh, logical consequences, we're not going to punish kids anymore. So that's not where we're going. Logical consequences actually have more impact. Remember the days when you might have said something not so nice to your parent when you were a young kid, and your parent said, oh, it's really not about what you did. It's about you forgetting the conversation that we had, or I'm feeling a little disappointed with you, and you'd be like, oh, for crying out loud, just ground me, right? Because the logical consequence was the parent actually having that conversation with you, and you would have liked the punishment instead. So think about that when you think about logical consequences and their impact. But the best thing you can do is always bring your logical consequences back to your school values. So if you're talking about community, responsibility, respect, tolerance, accountability, positivity, empathy, whatever your school's values are, and every school has them. And if you haven't clearly defined them and they haven't become the fabric of your being, like you're not talking them up and teaching them and using them all the time, then it's going to be harder for logical consequences, because logical consequences always give back to a value that kind of has been violated. So your community teaches, and really part of your tier 1 values are, let's say, accountability. You don't do work for 3 days in the classroom like you're supposed to. You've actually violated accountability. So I'm not going to keep you in detention to do the work that you didn't do. I'm going to keep you in detention so we can problem solve your lack of accountability. If you want to get that work in for credit and be accountable, you figure out when you're going to do that on your own. So that's a good thing to give them, that they can, give back to accountability. But I'm not going to give you a detention for the actual act. I'm going to give you that detention so we can talk about the value you violated. So if you've got those values clearly defined, they always can circle back and attach to the behavior. And that's where you want to go when you're doing logical consequences. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch these videos, and if you've got questions for future videos, include them in the comments below.